Welcome back to the channel. Today we've got another inbox review. In this case for a buddy build happening at internationalscalemodeler.com. You can join the forum right here. Get rid of the light, there we go. So this is a Porsche group build, and I actually had this kit in the stash already, so it's going to work out well. I've been looking forward to kind of doing this one. This is only my second or third model car I've done, so I thought we'd do a inbox review. It's a fairly newer Tamiya kit, at least newer than some of the other stuff I've built, so we'll go through it. So there's the box, the main box thing. I love the 911 GT3. I doubt I'll be able to afford a real one, so this is the closest as we come. The side, obviously, some different colors. Standard end box. Another view of the vehicle in a nice red color. Guards red, as they say there. And then equal thing on the box there. So we will open it up. And I have opened this already just to make sure everything was there. But I haven't opened any of the baggies other than the body, so we're going to go through each of these in turn. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 baggies, and the instructions obviously. So we'll go through each of these in turn and go from there. So we will start with the body. I'm going to take this out and I'm going to zoom in a little bit here. There we go. So everything comes nicely wrapped. This is the main body, and it also comes with a piece of carpeting, which you actually get to cut out. I saw that from the instructions. So there's a little template you can use to cut that out, so that'll be kind of neat. The body itself looks in pretty good shape. Beautiful color. As others have commented about this, you could practically just build this and leave it as is, but I haven't decided what color yet to paint it. You can actually order a Porsche in any color you want. They'll even do custom paint jobs for you, so I've got an idea for maybe a dark metallic blue maybe, or a black. I haven't decided yet. So anyway, body looks really good. No blemishes I should say. Really nicely molded. Little molding mark there, but that's fine. Looks in really good shape. So that's the body. We will go on to the other bit of yellow sprue, which is the front and rear ends. So we're going to open those up. So let me just open the bag here. And there's a little tiny, what else fell out here? Oh, a little tiny decal. Little tiny decal fell out there. So, again, for something to include, so we'll make sure we keep that to one side. So this is the front bumpers, the side skirts, the shock absorbers, looks like, maybe some steering arms. Very nicely molded. I'm not seeing much flash, if any. Very nice shape. Looks very, very good. So yeah, very nice piece there. Continuing on, we have the tires and the poly caps for said tires. So nothing too exciting. Standard Tamiya tires. You recall I did these from the F1. They look pretty good. Nicely molded. Just seeing what else they have on the side there. Looks good. Tread looks very impressive. And then of course the little tiny thing of polycap to make turn movable tires. So these ones we're actually going to put back in the bag. And go from there. There's going to be quite a few different Porsches being done in this group build. I'll put a link to the forum for the group build at International Scale Modeler on the show notes. You do have to be a member to be in the forum, but well worth it. It's a good group of guys. Overall, it's very, very nice. Okay, moving on. We have, looks like, the interior section and some chrome. So again, we're going to open this up. And we'll see what we've got here. So first and foremost is the chrome for the wheel hubs, the headlight assembly. That's interesting, that's in chrome. I'm sure the enthusiasts can explain this better, why they'd cast this in chrome. Maybe just a matter of putting the part in, because I think on the main... Oh no, it's in chrome. Okay, yeah, so I guess you could. It's all surrounded by glass, so that makes sense now. All right. So, yep, nice looking casting. From what I see, there's no. Get some more light on here. There's no issues there with the flash or molding or anything. So that's good. Let's adjust the lighting a bit here. There we go. Get rid of that bag, put that one there. Okay, moving on to the interior. So the interior assembly here, the center console, seats. Let's see how the seats are looking. No flash, pretty basic, nothing wrong with that. The instrument panel, the pedals, 2 pedals are already on there. This is this is an automatic if I recall. And this is a separate, maybe this is a separate pedal for the accelerator. Again, I gotta know my Porsches. But very nicely cast. Very good shape. 2 different steering wheels. Interesting. And of course the interior doors and stuff like that. So nice level of detail. Nothing wrong with that at all. Okay, and then we move on to the second to last bag in a kind of a mute silver color. There we go. This is the main underbody assembly. This kit is not set up to open the hood for the engine, so you get the underside of the engine right there. A reasonable amount of detail. Another bumper assembly. More of the suspension underneath and the exhaust systems. The rear spoiler and grille. More shock absorbers. Most of the mechanical, the underneath stuff. The mirrors, the side mirrors, they're quite nicely detailed. I'll show you the other side here. Try not to shake the camera. There they are right there. So very nice as well. So yeah, fairly straightforward. That's the second to last sprue. And then the very last sprue is the clear stuff. So we're going to take a bit of care with this, obviously. I've always heard very good things about Tamiya kits. We're going to take the staples out of the equation here. There we go. Put the knife down so it doesn't roll off and stab myself. I should put a pencil holder on that. So this also has the decals. We'll look at the clear section first. Very nice. I don't see any scratches. One speck of dust there, but nothing major. There's the headlamp covers. Tail lights, side windows, mirrors, looks like. Very nice. Even got the little defrost on the lights there, on the back window. It's really tough to see, I'm sure, on the camera, but very gently etched there. So that's kind of cool. So we're going to put this one right back in the bag. So as I was saying, yeah, I think I'm going to go with a dark metallic blue. I did buy a Tamiya metallic blue. If I have a second, I'll see if I can find it. And then, of course, we have decals. There we go. So license plates, things like that. The instrument panel, license plates, or an actual, either the manufacturer's tag on it or an actual license plate. Not too bad at all. This is an older kit than I thought. Yeah, 2001. So shows you how timeless the Porsche brand is. There we go. Right there. So that works well. So that's the decals. Usual Tamiya quality. So yeah, overall, and then last but not least is the instructions, which we'll have a look at here. I'll zoom out the camera a little bit so we can get it all in. There we go. So initial thing, 1/24th, highly detailed static display model. They've got a nice little description, the history. And then we start with the usual Tamiya safety warnings. They do have some suggestions for 5 possible, the 5 most popular colors. Let me just fold that back here. So that's listed here. So Italian red, black, gloss aluminum, pure white, or chrome yellow, with Tamiya callouts, of course. And then assembly begins. So again, they mention what the body color, and then throughout the thing they'll say body color instead of a particular color, because you have a choice of painting what you want. So initial instructions, lower arms, put those together. They want you to double check the positioning. Then there is, I'm going to zoom this in a little bit more. There we go. And then the second part is the upper arm assemblies. They show the orientation, some paint callouts for the engine area and the underbody. And then, again, some detailed stuff there. Further on, we then have the rear suspension, the rear lower arms, left links for that, and the brake system. And then following that is the next page, attaching the exhaust. Make sure it's in focus. There we go. So we have an an attachment to the exhaust. That's what this says there, attaching exhaust. Again, color callouts. Front disc brakes. Actually, I'm just going to look at these again because I saw someone else mention the brakes. So the brakes are right there. Oops, turn it. Yeah. Right there. And they do have the little holes in it. So in theory, I wonder if it would be too small. One could drill those out with a very tiny drill. I don't know if it'd be worth it or not. I know there's some aftermarket stuff out there with photo etch and that, so that could be interesting. So attaching the brakes, and then of course you've got the wheels onto the rims. You complete the underbody assembly, attach the wheels on, etc. And then you've got the cutting the floor carpet as shown. So you actually match up one-on-one the floor carpet here. So see how that goes? And then you cut it out like that. So I think what I'd do is I'd probably make a photocopy and then highlight around and then do the cutout. And the carpet actually itself, it's actually on a adhesive lining, so you actually just stick it on. Interesting. I'm sure that's the common thing now. I'm sure people can let me know in the comments. It's a neat way to do it. You then put the seats in, gear shift, etc. Stuff for the center console, some more decals. They are fairly clear when to put the decals on. And then we have the interior assembly. So we've got the instrument cluster, the steering wheel, etc. Some more decals. Everything pops together with the side. And then we have the chassis and the interior are assembled together. This is, and then they mention a metal transfer here, which is what that is. They give some instructions on how to do that. So you rub the metal transfer. Okay, again, I'm sure it's something that a lot of the car guys already know about. So it'll be interesting to do that. Neat way of doing it. Then you work on the body. So they talk about here suggested time to paint the body. This is definitely one of these ones you're going to have to watch the order you do things, but they seem to definitely try and make it as simple as possible. And you've got headlight assembly with the glass and everything. Your window assembly. There'll be some very careful painting for the window trim. X18 goes on there. For the front, both sides and the rear, you see where it mentions it, so probably some masking happening there. Pretty straightforward construction here as well. As you can see, as well as mentioning about the body color, where it has the call out there, mentions the body color being the call out, so fairly straightforward. And then obviously attaching the body and the exhaust at the bottom here. There we go. And then the final bits are, of course, things like windshield washers, indicator lights, wing mirrors, etc. And then last but certainly not least, the rear wing and spoiler here. Again, with license plates, rear tail lights, etc., with the appropriate callouts. And then the very last page is the marking guide for the exterior markings. Pretty straightforward. And then it talks about painting the Porsche here, and it basically says the GT3 debuted at the 1999 Geneva Motor Show and comes in over 20 colors. In fact, the body colors can even be painted to order. The five most popular colors are shown in the manual here. The basic color of the cockpit interior is black, so that's pretty straightforward. So overall, and then of course the usual Tamiya if there's issues with the parts or whatever, but overall fairly nice looking kit. So yeah, we're going to enjoy doing this as part of the group build. I will be documenting this build, of course, as we go through. And we will zoom out again, give you one last look at the box. There we go. So yeah, so that's the Porsche 911 GT3 from Tamiya in 1/24 scale. Hope you enjoyed this inbox preview. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and you can follow the build progress on the blog at blackfire.ca, or of course at internationalscalemodeler.com right here. Great group of guys, great forum. That's it for this time. We'll see you next time. Thank you and be well.